Also, oh my god, yes. Hearing the story now about how gangster the CEO was. You know the KFC Instagram reels? Guys, have you seen them? Wait. Welcome to another video. Today I'm watching Anger Issues and Fried Chicken, the life of Colonel Sanders. Oh my god. I wonder if he's gonna mention the Colonel Sanders dating sim. It's actually banned in Germany, you guys. I wanted to play it, but it got banned on Steam in Germany, so that's unfortunate. Let's go!
There is absolutely nothing that is going to prepare you for how crazy this story actually is. Today we're talking about Colonel Sanders. Yes, the KFC guy, okay?
Wait, he looks different than on the package.
According to a 2010 study, only 40% of Americans between the ages of 19 and 25 knew that Colonel Sanders was a real person. And even less people know that he was a complete gangster his entire life. Okay, most people don't realize this, but this—
Oh no, he does look like it, kinda, I guess. I feel like I would have imagined him to look a little different. Crazy, why did it get banned? I don't know. So in Germany, oh, this is a bit off topic, I feel like. But in Germany, generally, like, I think a lot of dating sims and stuff get banned. I don't know exactly what the content of the KFC dating sim was, but... Wait, how do you say his name again? Colonel Sanders, right? I don't know why exactly.
Sweet elderly southern gentleman from the KFC logo didn't start selling Kentucky Fried Chicken till he was 66 years old. Prior
Thank you.
to that, he had done every job under the sun. He worked for the railroad. He used to be a lawyer until he lost his law license for beating up his own clients in open court. He used to be involved in turf wars with bootleggers and oil companies during the Great Depression. He has been in, won, and is undefeated in gunfights. He is a notorious adulterer that once bragged that he was still getting laid at 83 years old. This dude—
What is going on with these fast food place owners?
So much that KFC had to heavily edit every TV and radio ad spot he ever did.
Go f yourself, San Diego.
What?
Nice work, everyone.
And I could keep going, but we're gonna cover all of it in the story right after a word from our sponsor.
Delete me. Can you settle a debate?
What? Which 9mm better?
Oh my god, it's the one where I need to
There's a third option.
go this again. I think. Oh my god.
Oh. Didn't know you were packing.
No respect for the classics. All right, here's the deal.
Hello? Hello? You delete me with a gun? Oh my god.
Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell, okay? There's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is pretty much anything on the internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it, okay? It's all an app. So one of two things is happening. They're either gonna feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money since their service is free, or they're going to collect your personal information, then turn around and sell it to data brokers on the internet, and then they're going to turn around and sell it to whoever buys it, and next thing you know, you're getting 17,000 robocalls every single day. And
I get that. Maybe not that often, but I get the robocalls, you guys.
That's where Delete Me comes in. They will look through all the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling your personal information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and then they are legally obligated to comply. And then they'll continue to monitor these data brokers, and if they get your information again, Delete Me will submit an opt-out request again. Basically, you're paying Delete Me to get rid of all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet, which I think is absolutely worth it. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video.
Yay.
Our story begins on September 9th, 1890 in Henryville, Indiana, when a young Harlan Sanders is born on a farm. He is the oldest of 3 siblings, and like pretty much every other story I've ever told of somebody that was born in the 18 or 1900s, he had a really rough childhood with a lot of manual labor. Just wasn't a good time all around.
Oh, no.
At the age of 5 years old, his father passes away, and his mother has to step up and be the breadwinner for the whole family. So she's always gone working at a factory in town, and 5-year-old Harlan basically has to raise his younger siblings by himself. Literally starts cooking all the food for the family at 5 years.
Wait, what?
Years old. Fast forward.
That sounds like a holy shit. How? You know what I could do at 5 years old? Actually, I don't want to say it. I mean, I'm just saying that's only 2 years after I was licking toilet brushes and stuff, so I'm just saying.
He's 12 years old. Harlan's mother finds a new husband. They get married. Harlan and the stepdad do not get along whatsoever. Shortly after this, he leaves home at the age of 12. For the next 4 years, he just kind of bums around the area, working on farms, doing manual labor jobs, and then at the age of 16, he falsifies his birth certificate to join the army, gets in, deploys to Cuba, serves his entire enlistment, and then comes back home. While in the army, he picks up the habit of, as he puts it, cussing like a sailor, using excessive profanity. People later in his life said he couldn't go a single sentence without including the term goddamn.
Goddamn. What the heck? What the heck, dude?
In his own autobiography, he said, and I quote, "I used to cuss the prettiest you ever heard." So 18
Oh, that's nice. You think I cuss prettily? I mean, I say the F word a lot, right? Fuck. I say fuck a lot. Goddamn fucking profanity, exactly. I say goddammit a lot as well. Do I cuss like a sailor? Do I cuss like a sailor?
years old, goes back home, gets a job with the railroad, starts traveling all over the country, working for the railroad. While he's on the road, he meets a woman by the name of Josephine King. They wind up getting married, start having kids. So Josephine's back home with the kids. He's still working with the railroad. Obviously, he's gone a lot. And while he's gone, he decides he's gonna cheat on his wife. Like, a lot. Or as he referred to it as tomcatting. So
you cuss like a sailor's daughter? Okay, gotcha.
He's going all over the country just slinging which is foreshadowing at its finest. Okay, not great, but that's what happened, and it also gets worse. He also got fired from different jobs at different railroads a lot. Sometimes he was working for the railroad, sometimes he was like a traveling door-to-door salesman. He just kept bouncing from job to job to job because he had a humongous anger problem and was always getting in fistfights and beating the shit out of people.
That is correct.
What the heck, dude? How do you do that? How do you do that? He gets like a different job every time too.
Correct. The
What?
medulla oblongata.
Mama
The
said.
medulla oblongata is where anger, jealousy, and aggression come from.
After a while, his wife Josephine, understandably so, is fed up with his shit, and she decides while he's on the road, she's gonna leave him. He's lost his job too many times, he's cheating on her, she's out. She gives up the house, she sells all the furniture, she takes the kids, and moves back home with her parents. And Harlan is awkwardly pissed off about the furniture. Like, he's mad about the kids too.
Wait, what?
But he's very upset about the furniture for some reason. Like,
Oh, you took my kids? Wait, you also took my furniture? What the heck, dude? What the hell? Yeah, not the IKEA chairs. What the heck? What do you mean? Oh, you took my kids? Yeah, okay, whatever, I guess. But the chairs? The furniture!
in his autobiography, he says, and I quote, "That hurt me. I figured she didn't have any right to take my children or give away my furniture." He is equally as concerned about the furniture as he is about the kids, which I
Wait, that's so funny. Maybe he had money hidden in the furniture. I mean, but still, though.
don't understand, but whatever. And it's probably because the
What?
furniture's gone. She gave it away. There's nothing he can ever do to get his precious furniture back. The kids, on the other hand, she still has the kids. They're at Grandma and Grandpa's house, living with Josephine. He could still do something about that. So, like a rational adult, he decides he's gonna go to court and fight for custody of his kids. No, I'm just kidding. He concocts a plan where he's gonna go wait in the woods outside of Grandma and Grandpa's house, and he's going to kidnap the kids.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a good idea to get the custody back. Okay. Oh, bro, in the woods as well.
That's a terrible idea.
Again, in his own words, although I didn't consider it rightly kidnapping since they was mine. So he heads over to Grandma.
I mean, they were his children, but still. What the fuck?
Grandpa's house, hiding in the woods in a pile of leaves, waiting for the kids to come outside to play. He's then gonna snatch up the kids, take them to the train station, and bounce. This is the early 1900s. They're never gonna catch him. So he's out in the woods laying in this pile of leaves.
Okay, I guess custody was different at that time, huh? They're not gonna get him. Oh my god.
Waiting for the kids to come out to play, and he's just waiting, and he's waiting, and then eventually the sun comes up. It's Kentucky, it's summertime, it starts getting hot, he starts getting sweaty, there's flies buzzing around, and after hours of waiting, the kids still haven't come out. He's like, okay, this isn't gonna fucking work. So he decides he's just gonna go up to the door and knock. Goes up to the
Oh wow, okay, gotcha. But like, you know, what about the furniture? Yeah, he wasn't able to get the furniture though.
door, knocks on the door. His father-in-law answers the door and just says, howdy, Harlan, and invites him in because, you know, it's the father of his children. Why wouldn't you do that? He has no idea the guy was just planning to kidnap his grandkids. Harlan, his father, and Josephine then proceed to sit down in the living room and have awkward small talk for a little while. And he, like, just gets up eventually and is like, I guess I'm gonna go. And Josephine is like, where are you going? And he's like, I found a new job in Illinois working for the rail company. I'm gonna head out there. And she goes, no, I think you better stay with me. And that was it. They stayed married for another 37 years. Now he's got his family back.
Okay. Okay, easy. What?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You had me going there for the first part. The second half kind of threw me.
Absolutely zero life lessons learned, keeps cussing, keeps fighting, keeps cheating on his wife, goes back to working for the railroad. Eventually, he decides he wants to better himself, he wants to get a better career, make more money for his family, the whole 9 yards, so he starts studying to become a lawyer via correspondence, basically taking college classes through the mail. Think of it as like antique version of online schooling. That's what he does. Winds up studying to become a lawyer through correspondence, passes the bar, and becomes a lawyer. Does that for a little while, has a pretty successful law career spooling up, and then one day, in open court, his temper gets the better of him.
Dude, that's tricky. Bro went from part of the army to railroad worker to lawyer, and now, you know, he's not gonna be.
Dula oblongata.
We don't know the exact context of what happened, but every account of what happened has a chair involved. Some accounts say that his own client attacked him with a chair. Some accounts say it was the other way around and he beat the shit out of his client with a chair. Either way, he turned the open courtroom into a WWE match.
Bro, does that happen a lot? I don't think so, right? I mean, not the chair. He missed his furniture. For getting regularly fired, he did manage to get new jobs in education. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that's if you have good education, I guess the bad reputation doesn't help you, though. That's crazy. He was a lawyer as well. What?
Because of this, he obviously loses his law license and goes back to job hopping. So he's a door-to-door salesman for insurance, and then after that, he decides he wants to be an entrepreneur, so he spools up an illegal ferrying operation across the Ohio River. The police eventually put a kibosh to that, so then he goes to work for Michelin Tire, being a tire salesman.
Dude,
and finally,
what the heck?
that goes good. That's going great.
Say me for you. Oh my gosh.
The dude can sell tires like a motherfucker. He works his way up from being a salesman to like the regional director for the entire tri-state area that he's in. And he's like one of the big wigs at Michelin Tire. But then
that's
karma
nice.
finally catches up to him and we kick off the lifelong saga of karma desperately trying to put Harlan Sanders, this madman, in his place.
I mean, his CV is insane. He could literally apply to any place, right? Because he's basically done everything. Like, what the heck?
And Harlan Sanders just adamantly refusing. One day, he's driving his Model T with Michelin tires across the bridge, and the fucking bridge collapses, totaling his car. And at this point in time, he doesn't have enough money to buy a new car, so Michelin Tires fires him because you can't work for Michelin Tires as a tire salesman if you're not using Michelin tires, which is kind of fucked up, but also...
That's so stupid. He doesn't have enough money because he doesn't get enough money to get like new tires. He can't be a salesman. He can't keep his job if he has the tire. What the fuck? It's so stupid.
So, like, there's no Amish electricians, so I get it.
Oh, right, because I'm Amish, so I wouldn't know anything about your 69 GTO Judge. 455 big block, Ram Air, 411 Posse, something like that? Weird, that thing must have fallen straight from space. Well, good luck with your future ride, spaceman.
So he takes what money he does have and he starts acetylene lamp business. Gotta remember, this is like 1820s. Not everybody has electricity in their house with light bulbs, so people are using these little gas lamps to, you know, put on the table to be able to see at night. He starts a business making those. Very quickly, electricity becomes readily available, puts him out of business. Karma is just trying to shut this guy down. So he decides, all right, I'm gonna have to go to the next big town over. I'm gonna have to go get a job, don't have a car, I'm broke. So he hitchhikes to Louisville, Kentucky, and the first car to pick him up tells him his life story, and the guy's like, I actually own a gas station and I'm looking for somebody to run it for me. You think you can do it? And Harlan Sanders.
Okay, I guess things were a lot easier back then. What the heck? Bro just became like the manager of a freaking gas station like that. Okay, cool. I mean,
Just like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
So he takes over this gas station, starts running it. Somewhere along the line, he comes up with the idea of like, hey, I could be more competitive and I could get all the business from all the truckers if I start selling food at my gas station. So he already likes cooking food, and that's what he does. He starts making food, selling it at his gas station, and then he gets all the trucker business as well. The gas station is outrageously successful.
Oh, that's really smart. Wait, I guess maybe back then gas stations plus restaurants wasn't really that big of a thing, huh?
Karma kicks in again. The Great Depression happens, shuts this small gas station down, puts him out of business.
Oh. Never mind.
From here, Shell Oil Company reaches out to him and is like, hey, we knew you were super successful at running this other gas station in a small town in Kentucky. We have another gas station that's right on the main highway that's going to be able to stay open during the Great Depression because it gets all this traffic from the highway. We want you to run it. Harlan Sanders takes the job. So he moves out to Corbin, Kentucky, where this gas station is, and this place is super ghetto. It's literally nicknamed Hell's Half Acre. You gotta remember, this is the Great Depression. Everybody's poor. Poor people commit crime to feed their kids. So you got that going on. On top of that, you've got prohibition. This is right by the highway. All the bootleggers are running their booze through this area. There's all kinds of crime. So he takes over this gas station, starts selling gas, starts selling food, but
yeah, exactly. He never gave up. He failed. He got different jobs, lots of different jobs. And then suddenly, I guess at some point he was able to succeed. So guys, never give up. One day you might be the CEO of KFC.
He needs people to know that there's food around, so he starts putting up signs and everything saying like, hey, we're a gas station that also serves food. This is Kentucky in like 1930, whatever the fuck, and people just love shooting at signs, I guess. And it gets so bad that you can't even read the signs because there's so many bullet holes in them. So he comes up with an alternative idea of he goes to all of the farmers in like a 50-mile radius and pays them to be able to paint a big advertisement on the side of their barn, because people aren't going to be shooting at a farmer's barn because...
Wait, I've seen that. That's the thing, right? That like in the US, they just put ads on the barn. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I've seen that before, yeah.
They could hit somebody or hit an animal, or a farmer's gonna come out with a shotgun and fucking shoot you back. And it's a brilliant idea, and it's working really, really good. And it starts cutting into the other rival gas station's business, and that gas station is owned...
It's such a good idea. What the heck?
...by a guy by a name of Matt Stewart, and he's pissed off about it. So he goes around and starts painting over Harlan's barn signs. Harlan finds out about this, so like an adult with a cool, rational head, goes over to Stewart's gas station and very politely tells him to stop, or, and I quote, I'll blow your fucking head off. Wow. Okay, Harlan.
Dude, the fact that it's just about like it's just about two different gas stations who are like competing and stuff. That's crazy. I think he would have done it. You know, he would have done it as well, right? I bet they know like about his history. Like, he would have done it.
Harlan Sanders is not going to tolerate people messing with his money.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
A couple weeks later, Harlan's got a big day. Some Shell Oil executives, 2 of them, are coming to town to have a meeting with Harlan about how well his gas station is performing. And while they're sitting in the gas station having a meeting, talking about how great of a job Harlan's doing, one of the employees comes in and lets him know, hey, Matt Stewart is out on the side of the road right now painting over one of your advertisements on Farmer So-and-so's barn. At which point, Harlan says, I told that motherfucker what I was gonna do, so...
Wait, so it's actually gonna happen. Okay, never mind. So it's actually gonna happen. Okay.
He grabs his gun. The Shell Oil executives also grab guns, and they go out and confront Matt Stewart. As soon as they get out of the car, Matt Stewart draws a gun, fires at them, killing one of the Shell Oil executives, to which Harlan Sanders then shoots him in the shoulder, drops him on the ground, disarms him, and waits for the police to come arrest him. Harlan is found innocent because it was self-defense, and Matt Stewart now gets convicted of murder and would later be assassinated in prison.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, that's why you're not supposed to shoot first, right? I mean, I wouldn't know, but bro, that's insane.
And from here, Harlan Sanders is not shy about using a firearm to get his way. There's another account where bootleggers were trying to siphon gas out of his pumps in the middle of the night, and he runs out and...
There are two types of men. Those who fear having to fight a whole intruder naked. Those who intend to... What? Oh, people who sleep naked, do y'all ever think about emergencies? What if someone breaks in? Oh. I mean, I don't sleep naked, but... I mean, I have... If someone breaks in, I have other issues than that. Never fight a naked man.
Nothing but his underwear and confronts them and holds them at gunpoint until the sheriff shows up to arrest them. This goes on for a while, very successful gas station. Eventually, Harlan ends up owning the gas station himself, at which point he kicks it into overdrive. Now he's going around tearing down signs from the competition and putting up his own signs instead. The exact thing that he was pissed off at doing.
Oh wait, fighting naked has the effect of surprising your enemy? I mean, I guess so. Fighting a naked man is a death wish. I mean, to be fair, if you're naked and you fight someone, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a power move. He became what he was trying to destroy. True. He became, but he got the monopoly, I guess, a little bit. Oh my god. Oh.
But now he's gonna do it to other people. And then, just like what happened with him, one of the other rival gas station owners runs out to confront him, at which point he pulls out a gun and tells them to get back in their fucking car. And they do.
Medulla oblongata.
So as you can see, through a combination of great food and gun violence, Harlan Sanders becomes the most successful gas station in the area, which is the most southern thing that's ever happened, ever. And by 1939, he's making more money from...
True. That's how I imagine Southern US. Like, that's like very stereotypical. Oh my god. More of the story, have the bigger gun. Actually. Holy shit.
Food than he is from selling gas, so he decides he's just gonna sell more food and quit selling gas, and he opens up a 140-seat restaurant and then eventually expands that business to have a motel right next door as well. Now, the problem he runs into here is being able to cook food at the standard that he likes to cook food at in the quantity that this restaurant is now demanding, and the big problem he has is with the fried chicken. Everybody loves his fried chicken. He's got a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices.
Guys, do you guys like KFC or fried chicken in general? I love fried chicken. I like KFC, but I also love Korean fried chicken. I'm a big fan. I'm making myself hungry too. I feel like it's hard to not like fried chicken. Although, to be fair, fried chicken is kind of easy to fuck up, I think. Because sometimes it's too dry, right? I feel like it has to be, I think it has to be like juicy, right? But, because sometimes it's too dry, but yeah, fried chicken is the best, yeah, hell yeah. Like KFC, it makes me very full afterwards. It is pretty filling. I think it's like the how do you call it? The breading? The fried part is very filling. Yeah. I mean, the price is alright, I guess. I mean, here it's kind of expensive. I'm not sure how it is compared to McDonald's. I feel like their chicken is so small. Other places have better fried chicken. I mean, that might be true though. But to be honest, I mean, I've tried some some fried chicken places, not Korean fried chicken, but like they wanted to imitate KFC, and they were also they were very bad. So honestly, in that regard, for me at least, from what I've tried, the KFC was the best. I don't know, from what I have tried. Fried chicken is the top 10 food. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, oh my god, yes, KFC. Okay, actually, hearing the story now about how gangster the CEO was, you know the KFC Instagram reels? Guys, have you seen them? Wait. KFC versus McDonald's ads. You guys, I need to show you this if you aren't aware. This is so insane. Okay, wait. Oh, got it. Oh, here we go. I'm pulling up TikTok for this. Look at that.
Yo, is this guy crazy?
You know what's crazy is that low taper face.
Bro! That's legit how KFC ads are like on social media. Bro, like what the heck? What the heck? Okay, let's keep watching.
Spices, everybody loves it, but the problem is real fried chicken is cooked in boiling grease on a skillet over the stove, and you just can't cook it very fast. It takes too long, you can't make bulk batches, and the wait times at the restaurant is just taking forever. So he develops a way to cook fried chicken inside of a pressure cooker, which still makes it taste way better than if you deep fry it. And
okay, also, a bad thing about KFC though, honestly, last time I was there, it took a long time to get my order. I don't know, but I think that's like a shop-specific thing, like a staff-specific thing, I guess.
Takes the cook time on his fried chicken from like 30 plus minutes down to 7 or 8 minutes.
Wait,
so he's got that.
But I'm confused. What exactly is a pressure cooker, though?
Figured out things are going great. He's got his new restaurant, his new motel, right in 1939, and then karma steps in to try to shut him down again. 1939, World War II kicks off for America, and all of a sudden, America is now rationing rubber and gas, meaning less people are traveling, and his entire business is built right on the highway and relies on highway travelers, so he's not making enough money. But Harlan Sanders, not taking no for an answer, refuses to quit, keeps running his motel and his restaurant business, but also takes a job in Tennessee, which is nearby at a place called Oak Ridge.
Sounds dangerous, yeah, right? Increase the pressure. So it's like an increased pressure along with like oil and stuff. That does sound kind of dangerous, but I guess it worked. It's more tender.
Because the government has thrown up some new facility where they're making something, and they need somebody to come in and run all the cafeterias to feed the workers, and he oversees the cooking of 36,000 meals a day to feed all of these people working at this secret government facility. Does that through the rest of World War II. When World War II ends, that job kind of comes to an end. They no longer need this factory for whatever reason, so he goes back to his hotel and restaurant, which everything's fine now because they're no longer rationing gas and tires and people are traveling again. And later we would find out that the Oak Ridge facility in Tennessee is where they refined all the plutonium for the Manhattan Project, which we use to nuke Japan. Which makes it kind of awkward that it's a Christmas tradition in Japan to order KFC, but...
Yeah. What is that about? What is that about? Because, yeah, I've heard that. I bet you guys have too. It's a Christmas tradition in Japan to order KFC, right? But, like, what the heck? What the heck, bro? What the heck? What the heck?
Whatever. So comes back home, starts running his restaurant and hotel full time, hires a new female employee, starts having an affair on his wife with her. Her name is Claudine Price. Shortly after that affair, he divorces his wife, marries her instead in 1947. Then in 1952, he meets another wealthy restaurant owner from Salt Lake City, Utah by the name of Pete Harmon. Pete Harmon tries his fried chicken and he's like, holy shit, this stuff is awesome. Can I franchise this? I'll buy the secret blend of herbs and spices from you. You don't got to give me the secret. I'll just buy it straight from you. Show me how to do this with a pressure cooker, and I want to sell it in my restaurants in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'll give you 4 cents for every piece of chicken that we sell. Colonel Sanders is like, sure. Why not? So that's what happens. Pete Harmon starts selling Sanders chicken, and
That's for Colonel Sanders, that's like free money basically. I mean, he gives away his spice blend, but not even the recipe, right? Well, what the heck?
His restaurants, and he needs to brand it somehow, so he's from a different part of the country, so he names it Kentucky Fried Chicken and gives it the slogan, finger licking good. And
They still have that! They still have that!
Harlan doesn't really see the potential in it. He just kind of treats it as like, passive revenue that this guy's mailing him a check every month and just keeps running his restaurant and motel. And then his chicken becomes like kind of famous in the area. It's getting some notoriety, and the governor of Kentucky makes him a Kentucky colonel, which is like this honorary status in the state of Kentucky. And
no, but like genuinely, like Kentucky, I feel like outside of the US is mostly known for KFC. So that's kind of insane.
He's like, cool, that's great, whatever. So now he's Colonel Sanders. And then around the same time, he also started a side business where he was a midwife.
What?
I told you the story was weird. Yeah, he's just going around rural Kentucky as fucking Colonel Sanders, the chicken guy, helping people deliver babies. We don't know much about
Dude, this... What the fuck? It's the most random shit. Bro was doing every side quest. Like, what the heck? Dude, what the heck?
other than the fact that it happened and he delivered at least 8 kids, and one of them ended up getting named after him. When he was later interviewed and asked, like, how did you become a midwife? What training do you have? How did you even know how to do this? He simply replied, and I quote, "Oh, I know a little about it." Apparently, if you've seen enough vaginas, you just kind of know what you're doing, I guess. You can put stuff in one, you can pull stuff out of one. That makes sense, right?
What?
I guess.
Checks out.
I don't know.
One of his personal acquaintances later in life actually joked that he got involved in being a midwife because he was concerned that the kids were his. Which brings me to his next side gig that he started after being a midwife, which was being a vampire hunter. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say.
But the fact that you believe me for a second speaks volumes about this.
True. Because, like, what the heck?
Guy. Bull!
Exactly.
Are you gonna talk about?
I would believe anything. If I thought he was gonna say yeah, then he became a stripper. I would have believed that. Like, yeah.
Pet crow? Bull. God, fine. Okay, look. Colonel Sanders has plenty of character flaws. However, there is a multiple humongous myths on the internet that he was like a prolific racist, ranging from he was a member of the KKK, which is not true, to he stole the secret blend of herbs and spices from his house servant when he was a child, which also isn't true. The dude grew up extremely poor. He didn't have servants in his house in the 1800s. And then there's the myth that he had a pet crow in his original restaurant, and the pet crow's name was Jim. Get it? Jim Crow in the South in the 1950s. No, that never happened. I have searched and scoured. There is no historical evidence to actually prove this. There's just a bunch of blog posts dating back to the early 2000s that insinuate this shit. That's where it all started from. I'm 99% sure. If on the off chance you have some historical evidence, let me know in the comments down below. I'll pin the comment if I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it. Colonel Sanders, deeply flawed, cheats on his wife, anger issues, not some crazy prolific racist, however. But that's not gonna stop Connor from coming.
He was insane. He was pretty insane.
From him. So, his restaurant and motel both burned down to the ground. Colonel Sanders, not taking no for an answer, rebuilds the restaurant, rebuilds the motel. Shortly after that, it burns down to the ground again.
Oh no!
Colonel Sanders and Karma are now in a shootout, so he rebuilds the business a second time, and then the government comes in and reroutes the highway and completely shuts him out. That's it, game over. He goes out of business. He is 65 years old, and his only income is his Social Security check, and that's just not enough. And Colonel Sanders is like, not taking no for an answer. So he takes his pressure cooker and his secret blend of herbs and spices, throws it in the trunk, Claudine hops in the car with him, and he just goes from town to failing restaurant, and is like, hey, would you like to be a KFC franchise? It can
Oh my god. He's kind of like Gordon Ramsay, but different. You know what I mean? Yeah, he did his own kitchen nightmares. He was, holy shit. And he was having anger issues. Bro, that's crazy.
Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise. My chicken is so good, it will save your failing restaurant. And for the next 5 years, at 65 years old through 70 years old, he travels the country getting people to franchise his chicken. Him and his wife are literally sleeping in their car, and he's 65 to 70 years old the entire time. But during that 5 years, they get 200 people to franchise their chicken. 3 years after that, he's up
Holy
to 600.
shit.
Other things that happened during this time period. Him and Claudine go out to breakfast one morning at a diner while they're on the road trying to get chicken franchises, and he orders some eggs. The eggs roll up. They're not cooked right. He sends the eggs back. The chef says the eggs are cooked right and sends them back to him.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
Oh
Colonel
my
Sanders
God.
then proceeds to pick up the eggs, get out of the booth, walk into the diner's kitchen, and throw the eggs at the chef, at which point the chef rushes him with a kitchen knife, and Colonel Sanders, at the age of somewhere between 65
No.
and 70, fends him off with a bar stool.
I was gonna say, if that's how he died, like, no way. No way that's how he died. Like, what the heck?
Dula oblongata.
Another thing that happens during this time period is he's going to all these failing restaurants, and essentially they're just buying the chicken. They're not officially becoming KFCs yet. It's still mom and pop's diner, but they also sell Kentucky Fried Chicken there. And some of these restaurants are still failing despite the fact they're now serving Kentucky Fried Chicken. So he hires a guy to help these restaurants out, to go in there and show them how to run a restaurant up to the Colonel's standard to help these businesses thrive. So that guy
What
goes,
the heck? What the heck? How does the saying go? Colonel Sanders walked so Gordon Ramsay could run or something. Hey, what the heck? Also, yeah, okay, you mess up eggs as a chef. That's kind of insane.
in there, fixes a bunch of KFCs, makes some profitable businesses. Colonel Sanders pays him a bunch of money. He turns around and uses that money to start his own chain of restaurants selling burgers, and that guy's name was Dave Thomas, and he named his burger chain after his daughter,
Oh my God.
Wendy.
Wait, the OG Wendy! I didn't know!
His name was Dave Thomas, and he named his burger chain.
No way! I was like, oh my God, she looks just like the logo, but I mean, obviously, because the logo's based on her. What the heck? What the heck? Somehow I didn't expect that. I didn't expect a real Wendy to exist.
After his daughter, Wendy.
Damn.
I told you it's a weird story, okay? You were warned. Now, this is also the same time period where he
Yes,
starts
what the
really
heck?
leaning into the Colonel Sanders persona that we know today. He starts marketing himself as Colonel Sanders. People start calling him and knowing him as Colonel Sanders. This is when he started wearing the white suit that we all know today, because his kitchens and KFCs were so cleanly that you could work in the back of the kitchen and not get food product all over you. This is when he started dyeing his mustache and goatee all white and kind of like amping up the Southern accent and the Southern gentleman persona. Then the business model kind of shifts from just franchising.
He did kayfabe, right? He was just, he made his own persona. That's kind of cool though. I don't know. Does he become an anime character? Yeah, he's kind of like a VTuber.
The chicken itself and letting these random restaurants serve KFC, to having a restaurant that was just what we know as today, a KFC, a place that just sells fried chicken. Keeps growing the company, has a ton of locations, and by 1964, he is 74 years old, and it's finally time for him to retire. People are wanting to buy the company. He doesn't want to sell the company because he knows they're gonna fuck up the quality of his food. They're gonna ruin it. He doesn't want to do it, but his family pressures him into it. He finally relents.
Okay, fun fact, the reason why I know kayfabe is because I saw like a VTuber friend use it, like regarding, like related to VTubing. And I thought it was, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant either, so I Googled and and I Googled it, and it's like wrestling, and we all know VTubers and wrestlers have a lot of things in common.
and sells KFC for $2 million, plus a deal to be a lifelong brand ambassador for $40,000 to $80,000 per year. Shortly after he sells the company goes public. As soon as they go public, now the company is more concerned about making a return investment for their shareholders than they are about putting out quality food. So they go in and just completely ruin the quality, just like he was concerned with. They quit using the pressure cookers and start using deep fryers.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't think they're still using pressure cookers, right? That's why I was wondering.
They go away from his original recipe and add extra crispy, which he was furious about and said was nothing more than a fried dough ball on top of a piece of chicken. And then this final straw was when they changed the recipe to his gravy. He was absolutely furious. He went inside of a KFC, tasted this gravy for the first time, threw it on the floor, and said it was nothing more than wallpaper paste. They just mixed tap water and a bunch of starch together and called it gravy.
Bro, but that's so unfortunate. I want to taste the old KFC chicken. Aww.
I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
Colonel Sanders then proceeds to spend the rest of his life until he's 90 years old talking so much shit about KFC ruining his recipes, they had to sue him to get him to stop. He was a royal pain in the ass for KFC until he passed away from pneumonia.
No, but honestly, good on him. Good on him. They're still using his face. They're still using his face. Everyone thinks that's his fault. Everyone thinks it's his fault that things taste the way they do if they mess it up. And that's sad. I mean, KFC is okay. KFC is, I like it, but my standards aren't very high. Sometimes it is kind of dry though, but it is what it is.
At the age of 90, and that is the story of Colonel Sanders. Yes, he was real. Yes, all of that is true.
It's crazy.
Is he a good role model? Probably not, but you have to admire his ability to push through adversity and not take no for an answer. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon, go check out Pepperbox. Links for all those are over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Yay! Oh my god, he spent the rest of his life roasting
This started
KFC.
as a KFC video. It just turned into the Colonel Sanders video.
It was basically Colonel Sanders' video. Wait, but he didn't mention the dating sim as well. Wait, I mean, I showed you the guys the ad already. But yeah, Colonel Sanders' dating sim is a thing for some reason. Yeah, it's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. I don't know why. Guys, if you've played it, can you tell me if it's good in the comments? Thank you. Anyway, I'm probably not gonna be able to play it anyway, but yeah. Anyway, is there anything else? No, I don't think so, right?
These are the best videos.
No.
There is absolute.
It's all good, right? It's all good. Okay. Thank you for watching. Give a like and subscribe. Give the Fat Files a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Write suggestions in the comments. Come over to Twitch to watch me live. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.